Hi, I'm just sitting in the office working on one of the courses that I teach, and I was thinking about life and how sometimes we can react to things and we have such a strange reaction that doesn't really suit our personality or kind of throws us for a loop. And usually those kind of reactions happen when we don't have all the facts. If we are typically people that can handle our emotions and stay calm, we are good at gathering facts and good at communication. Now, I'm not saying you're bad at communication if you have this trouble, but maybe you might have, I might have some tips for you, or it might just make you think a little bit. So, when we have low self worth or our esteem has taken some hits, if we have some negative interactions with people that they point out or say negative things about us, we store all that in our mind somewhere. And when we have experiences, negative experiences in our history that kind of bit away at our self-worth or taught us some hard life lessons, those are stored in our brain too. So what happens when we have an interaction or we get kind of one of those gut feelings, or we're not feeling like something is as legit as it was meant to be. I don't know how to explain it right now, but so somebody says something and you just inside start falling apart, just panicking. You get anxious about things that you don't know, but you can conjure up all of these things. When our brain doesn't have facts and we have a whole lot of negativity in our past, or we have some life experience that has knocked us down, it's all stored there, and our brain will go to that survival mode. It will go into, well, why did that happen? Why did they say it that way? What are they thinking about me? Oh, they don't like me. Oh, it's a problem with me. Oh, I made them mad. And that is what happens when you've had a lot of those experiences. But that's not the reality. The person said something a certain way because maybe their mood was that way, or we read a text wrong and there's a different tone to it than we actually took in. What we need is facts. If we don't have the facts, we can't actually come to conclusions. And so we need clear communication. These are all things that I've had to practice in life because my self-esteem was the pits, and I used to think the worst of myself, so everyone else must think the worst of me too, right? And then I've had a lot of relationships where I didn't feel comfortable, or that things were proven to be not on the up and up, and so that again added to that little part in my brain that is holding all of my fight, flight, fawn, survival memories, everything. And when I come across one of these situations where I don't have all the facts, it's easy to slip into imagining that I'm the problem, that it's all about me not being enough, or that person must be mad, or that person has, an ulterior motive or a bad agenda. And that's not the reality. That's my brain cooking that up. It happens to a lot of us. A lot of my kiddos went through that because they had negative life experience that they came from, and challenging stuff that they've survived. And so when they're approached with something that doesn't feel quite right, or they don't have all the answers, or they're waiting on an answer from somebody, it's automatic to the worst case scenario. So we need to have clear communication. Sorry, there was a noise over beside me. We need to ask a lot of questions. That's not comfortable. But is it comfortable to feel what you're feeling right now when you're insecure and angry and assuming the worst? No, it's not very comfortable at all. So we have to maybe continue with that uncomfortability and seek out some answers. Ask direct questions. Ask for the facts. Oh, this person hasn't called me forever. Well, maybe they forgot, or maybe they're really busy. Maybe they're going through something and you're just assuming that they must not like you, or you've done something wrong, or it's that shame and that guilt and all of that maybe there's nothing to be shameful or guilty about, but it's in your mind, it's in your memories, and that's where your brain's going to go unless you have facts. So clear communication, communicating what you're worried about. I love Brene Brown talks about the story my brain is telling me. That's absolutely it. Your brain is telling you a story. What you need is the true story. You need to go right to the source. You need to do your research, and then you can have facts to base your emotions and feelings on. And sometimes it is what you were worried about, but sometimes it was just you being insecure. And you need to work on that, because insecurity is fear, and fear breeds anger and judgment, and it's a yucky place to be. And it happens to all of us. When I am not totally well emotionally, the first thing that happens is my self-doubt, insecurities, worries. I go back into my past. I go back into all my negative experiences, and I draw on that. And once I recognize that, no, I'm good. I'm a good person doing good things. I'm working on myself all the time. I love myself. When I love myself, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, then I start seeing stuff more positively, and I'm much better at looking for the facts and for the reality of things. And then my brain doesn't have to dip into those deep, dark places that never go away. You just learn how to manage them. And I guess that's all I have to say on that. That was a thought I was having. I thought I'd share it with you. Your brain will cook up a story if it doesn't have facts to hold on to. And it's not just about emotional stuff either. So try and find the facts. Be strong enough and courageous enough, and know that you're worth knowing the facts, and so ask for them. Have a great day.